Then the fourth candle answered, "Don't be afraid. I am hope."
It all started with these candle lighting rituals, signifying a beacon of life, hope, and sacrifices made by the living
With shining
donors.
eyes,
Living
we
Donor
shall
Day
took
was
the
first
candle of
celebrated
hope
in Nigeria in
against the other
2023
candles.
to appreciate the goodness of
Great
individuals who have
of
given
this is
part of
law,
themselves to save
but the
lives,
flame of law,
while
but the
educating
flame
the
of hope
public on the
shall
ethics
never
and
go out of
importance
your
of
life.
kidney donation.
We hope.
In Nigeria, the leading causes of kidney disease are high blood pressure, that's hypertension, diabetes, and infection causing inflammation in the kidneys, glomerulonephritis. In 2019's World Kidney Day celebration in Nigeria, an alarm about 2 new leading causes of kidney disease for Nigerians was raised. These were identified as toxicity caused by long-term drinking of traditional herbal concoctions and exposure to harmful chemicals due to the long-term use of skin whitening creams.
The Transplant Association of Nigeria says it is setting up guidelines to sanitize the practice of kidney donation.
I want to assure the Nigerian public that Transplant Association of Nigeria is working hard to bring sanity to this specialized service. And I'm happy to inform you that Federal Ministry of Health have established a very powerful committee that is currently working on producing guidelines on organ transplantation in Nigeria.
As we celebrate the generosity of our living donors, let us renew our commitment to creating a world where every donation is a safe, informed, and cherished gift.
At this panel section, some of the living donors were emotional, speaking about their experiences.
And I always say that if I had a third kidney and someone else needed a kidney, I will donate without giving it a thought. So yes.
My mother have buried my eldest sister, my eldest brother, and then another of my brother, that's sick. So if I want to be very frank, I did that because of my mom.
He asked the doctor to give him some days actually to see if that will go down with him. He talked to me, asked me if I really want to do this. I'm not married. If I want to do this, if I'm not married, I don't have kids. I told him I'm not going back because he's a very special person.
As these lifesavers are being honored today, a clarion call is being made for altruistic act of kindness, knowing that life is priceless.
All right, we have in the studio with us Dr. Obi Ekwenna. He's an associate professor, transplant surgeon, and urologist to shed more light on the World Kidney Day. Very warm welcome to Newsnight, Professor Obi. You've been an advocate, of the Living Kidney Donor Day 2024. And want to ask you, what are your reasons?
Yes, today we mark the second annual Living Donor Day to recognize people who have actually donated their kidneys to their loved ones or friends. And, as you asked, what is the purpose? Well, number one is to say thank you to these wonderful heroes who have, I will say, we call them, basically lifesavers among us.
Yeah.
They are. And so we want to just say thank you for what they've done, for their compassion, and for the act of altruism that they bestowed on people who are on death's door, kidney failure patients. And in addition, we also wanted to use it as an opportunity to educate the public about what it is, what is kidney donation, and how do you do it properly. So that's really, awareness, education, and thank you.
And the collaboration beyond thank you
Yes.
is estimated that about 20 million Nigerians suffer, from one kidney infection to the other.
Right.
How will your collaboration with the NISA Premier Hospital, for example, benefit from those suffering kidney diseases and all the donors?
Yes, excellent comment and question. Yes, kidney disease is very prevalent around the world, and even in Nigeria, they estimate that 1 out of 10 people may have kidney disease. And so our collaboration is not only to highlight, the transplant side of things, but also, yes, NISA Hospital in partnership with Clarion Call Care Foundation, which I'm a founder.
Based in the United States, right?
Yeah, so we have obviously a representative of that organization here in Nigeria, but yes, it is a U.S. backed organization. And so, yes, primarily we're dealing with patients who are, who have had kidney failure. However, as you rightfully pointed out, we are also involved through NISA and all the medical institutions to really tackle kidney disease. And how do we tackle that? Really, is prevention. We really need to focus on prevention. But however, people do come down with kidney failure. And
prevention is going to be, lifestyle.
Absolutely, lifestyle. Seeing your doctor. Going and getting health maintenance, just like you have maintenance for your vehicle or
electronics and the rest,
yeah. So health maintenance becomes a very important component. But yeah, we're focused on really taking care of patients who have kidney failure and people who have donated their kidney.
Good work. Good work you're doing. But why are so many Nigerians afraid to donate, their kidneys? What are the dangers? There's the talk that, they never live long, maybe some 10 years and the rest, and nobody wants to do that.
Right. I mean, you make a very good point. I think it's myths, unknown. When you don't know something or you're not very aware, then, there are a lot of myths around donation. I will tell you that, donation is safe, if you do it the proper way. And, people who are coming forward to donate their kidney are thoroughly evaluated. Now, there's a medical evaluation, there's a psychological evaluation, there's social evaluation.
Yes, because, this is very good because I was
Yes.
going to ask you about
Yes.
the ethical considerations with organ donation.
Absolutely. So
We've heard of organ harvesting and the rest in Nigeria. Some big hospitals here in the country, in the Federal Capital Territory, doing that.
correct. Yeah, so it's unfortunate that, there, as I said, there are the right way to do things, and then there are not so ethical ways of doing things. And so, yes, there's a lot of bad rap, so to speak, around organ donation that has to do with organ trafficking that happens. Not only, it's not exclusive to Nigeria, I may add. This is a world problem. And but I do want to emphasize that, for today, what we're doing is highlighting those that have given their organs and using this as a medium to say thank you to those people who did it the way that it's supposed to be done, and also using it as an opportunity to say, hey, when you come forward to donate your organ, there is a standard way to do so and an ethical way to do that.
Okay.
Yes.
And failure, to follow the ethical considerations of the professions. What would you be suggesting, for urologists and setting up an investigative panel to ensure that members of your profession comply with the ethical provisions of kidney donations, transplants, and the rest?
I think that's a very, very important point. As a physician, You know, one of the oaths that we take, you know, is, you know, I think there's a few professions that you take an oath for. You know, being a lawyer is one, and being a physician, we take it very seriously. So you take an oath that you will do no harm to your patient. And so for me as a surgeon, before I, you know, take a knife, so to speak, you know, on a patient, I make sure that I'm doing the right thing, that my patients are informed, that they have informed consent. I mean, informed consent, you know, is critical. And so the patient has to understand why we're doing what we're doing and verbalize that and be able to articulate it back to me in a simple way, you know, elementary level. And so that's very, very critical. And so it's the responsibility of the physician, of the surgeon, in my opinion, and to make sure that the person that they're about to operate on understands what has happened. Because, you know, most hospitals have some mechanism on how to evaluate donors. But, you know, in my opinion, I think, you know, ultimately, you know, I have the knife. And I have to make the right decision and make sure that my patient understands what it is that is happening, and before that decision is made to, you know,
open him up.
Yeah, to cut.
All right. I wish we had enough time. I would have asked just one more question, but sorry,
no, it's okay.
we don't have enough time. Dr. Obi Ekwenna is a transplant surgeon, an associate professor of medicine and urologist. Thanks so very warmly for coming to News Night.
Thank you for the time. Appreciate it.